Firefighters continue to gain ground against a stubborn brush fire that burned more than 230 acres in Smithville. Took about 100 firefighters on the front lines to contain the flames, which threatened nearby homes. The Mount Pleasant fire, as it's called, started yesterday afternoon. It's a little west of Smithville in Bastrop County. Mark Monstrola has a look at the winds that helped fuel the fire. But first, Sophia Beausoleil is live near Smithville with an update. Sophia?
Good afternoon, Brian. Well, we are about a mile away from the Mount Pleasant fire. And if you take a look behind me, you'll see that Blue Bonnet Electric is working on restoring power for about 236 people. They're restoring the lines and hopefully we'll have power back by sometime this afternoon. Now, you can also see that firefighters, along with the Texas Fire Service, are using tools to help put out those hot spots from this blaze. So the fire burned about 232 acres. The flames flared up yesterday afternoon, and the high wind and low humidity made it a challenge for fire crews to battle that blaze. Now, firefighters say about 37 homes were threatened. Officials evacuated those people nearby, but families were allowed back into their homes around 10 o'clock last night. Crews say the homes were not in immediate danger. It was just a safety precaution, but there was one home that got close to going up in flames. Firefighters were able to save it. That fire was about 50 feet away from that house. Now, at this point, Smithville firefighters are making sure that the hot spots stay cool.
The main fire's out, but you have your hot spots, and that's why it's at 55%. Like I said, the crews last night came in, did an excellent job doing hand crews with chainsaws, rakes, just getting out there and busting butt and getting it done.
Page says they put a fire break, also known as a line, between the fire, the burnt area, and the green space. And Brian, that's what the bulldozers and the hand tools are there for. They're help to make that line so that there's no fuel from any other vegetation to spark any more fires. Now, there are some things that the fire department wants you to know. Throughout the day, you might see smoke if you live in this area, even a flame or two. They say they are monitoring everything and they have it under control, about 55% of it under control. So do not be alarmed. They also want people to know that at this time, they have no idea what started the fire. Until that area is cool, they cannot get in there to assess and do their investigation. So once we find that out, we will let you know. But you want to stay with us here on KXAN News at 5, 6, and 10, along with KXAN.com for all the latest information. Reporting live in Smithville, Sophia Beausoleil, KXAN News.
Okay, thank you, Sophia. Our coverage continues with Mark's look at the winds that helped fuel this fire, Mark.
Yeah, it was pretty breezy yesterday afternoon, helped carry those flames and embers around the Smithville area, about 26 miles per hour during the peak wind gusts around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The winds really began to crank up through the mid-afternoon hours, 11 to 1 o'clock, and then continued all the way through about 7 p.m. before finally winding down after sunset. But winds have really picked up again this afternoon, back to about 20-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Bastrop, not that far away from Smithville. Downtown Austin, 17-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and basically 15 to 20 everywhere you go, maybe even a little bit higher in a few isolated communities. So yes, another breezy but very toasty afternoon.